stampin.com. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I live in Santan Valley, Arizona. But I service all of the United States, so if you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. And I do 4 lives a week, 2 in Facebook and 2 here on my YouTube channel. So you can find me either place. And I always love requests, so if there's anything you want to see, let me know, okay? So I got a pretty card in the mail, and I will show it to you when I flip the camera, from Donna Griffith. And she is she works for Stampin' Up! And she is our DDM, I believe, for our area. So there's a different one for different areas of the country and in the States and all that kind of stuff. So Donna sent me the prettiest card, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to make this card. So I will show you how I changed it just a smidge, but it's totally her card. And I have yellow fingers today, so oh well. It is what it is. Okay, so let's cross our fingers all goes well when I flip the camera today, because we're having a little bit of issues with it when we do it on Facebook. So I go back and forth. Do I keep doing them both places? And I probably will. But anyways, all right, enough of that. Let's flip. Hey everyone. Okay, so let me turn my phone. Good. I always love when I can see my desk. So hi Marcy, Rhonda, Lily. I'm so glad that you are here. When you're here, please say hi. Let me know where you're from as well, because it is truly a small world. That is for sure. Okay, so let me show you the card that I got from Donna. Look how cute this card is. And I was just like, oh, I have to make this card. Now, this is a note card size. So if you've not used the note cards before, they come already scored, and you get envelopes as well. And I'm changing it into a full-size card. But it's basically, you know, Donna's card. I just changed it, just like I said, a little smidge. So I love it, love it, love it. I told Donna I was going to be doing her card today, so I hope she is as tickled as I was when I got it for liking her card. So this is the stamp set that uses. This set is a must. It's called Biggest Wish. It's got these amazing bold sayings, and then the fun handwritten, and even some cute little texture pieces. So if you have a wish list that you're making, you might want to add this one to it. And I'm also going to be using the Stamparatus, because this is going to speed this card up super. Also, so I can get this off my desk, don't forget that this is the host code for June. So if you're not in one of my stamp clubs, please use that code when you're ordering. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Okay, so let me bring my Stamparatus over. So what I did was I figured out where I wanted my pieces, and I am using 2 plates, and I'm using both sides of the plates. I love being able to do that. Hi Jackie, hi Mary, because it just speeds things up, whether you're doing like greetings like this, or a 2-step flower, or anything. The Stamparatus is a definite must. So I have my piece of paper. Now, I'm using a photopolymer stamp set, so that helped me extra when I was lining it up. So then you want to make sure you use the, it's like you can wash it off, but it has a little bit of a foam. See, it's a little thicker. And that just gives you that extra little thickness that you need when you are using the photopolymer. Yes, happy hump day. I wonder if Eric wore his shirt. He has a t-shirt that he's probably had since high school. Now, how bad is that? And it says, it's got that camel on it. Remember that Camel commercial that was going on. But anyway, it's too funny. All right, so we'll see if he has it on or not. All right, so I have just put my, now this is just 4 and 5 1/4 because I'm going to make it a full-size card. So then I'm going to put my magnet in place. Then let's see. Now most of the bigger, the bold images, I did them all the same color. And then it was the top piece is what I changed, that I changed the color for. And I chose Mango Melody. I love Mango Melody. So that's what I chose. All right, and I inked it up right before, so we will see if I get any lines. Let me get a piece of paper. I'm just going to stamp a little bit on there and move some of that ink around. All right, that's better. Okay, so we are going to do hello. So let me see if you can see. Let me scoot down just a little bit, or maybe I should scoot up. Yesterday I was doing one, and you could see my skirt. Now I couldn't see it when I was looking on the phone, but I could see it later, and I thought, thank goodness I didn't stamp naked. Okay, so I'm just going to do my hello. And then I also have this that I've been using, and then I wasn't sure if I was scratching this. So I don't know if I was or not. All right, and that's just a dry erase thing. I learned that from Marcy. All right, let's see here. So peel that off. So we have our hello. Now I want to get it a little bit better, probably because I did ink it, and I didn't ink it evenly. So we're just going to do another layer of the mango. I just love the mango. It's a fun, summery, kind of sunny, hey Marcy, color. It's not like summer sun. Remember we had summer sun? It's more of an orangey yellow. Okay, so there we have our hello. And then I'm going to choose, let's see here. I'm going to choose early espresso. So it's going to say hello friend. So now I'm going to go over here. Where's my stamp pad? So I want my case. So this is just an empty case. It actually has my Stamparatus instructions in it. So I want to put this here. That just keeps this plate a little higher up. Scoot it over here. I also want, hang on a minute, I have all these little things. All right, I'm going to put this here just in case that moves a little bit. And I'm going to put this one over here. I just kind of want to avoid the stamps because when I flip that, when I flip the plate, it will get ink on it. All right, so I'm going to scoot. All right, so let's go back to friend. So this is just with early espresso. So if you are going to want to do a bunch of these, and I totally am because I just love the layout, definitely the Stamparatus is your way to go. And I just kind of played with colors that I liked. Super cute. So that was mango and early espresso. So we'll set that aside. And that's going to go with some peach cardstock. Okay, so I'm setting that aside. Then I'm going to bring another piece. So this just makes you able to make cards so fast. All right, so now I'm going to spin this. Now this is going to be mango. Now we have thanks with the mango. I'm going to do the same thing. Rub, 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 rub. And I just peel it off slowly. I'm going to do another layer. Although I kind of like how that's a little mottledy looking. It's almost ombre. But I'm going to just put one more. Inking up. Now this time I thought, how fun would it look like if I put thanks and the word thanks as well, right? So I put my thanks. So I'm going to take this plate now, peel it off, get off of there. And I have my thanks. And I'm going to do the same. No, I'm going to change my color. I'm going to change my color to Misty Moonlight. So my thanks is going to be Misty Moonlight this time. All right, so let me get this pad out of here. So if I was doing like a bunch of these cards, I would do all one color. Like I would do a bunch of all the same. I wouldn't be switching them like I am for the video. I'm just showing you, you know, just some of the color variations. And the DSP, I'm going to rub this off here. All right, so this is Misty Moonlight. Rub, rub, rub. And I could tell already I'm going to need to do this one probably one more time. But I loved the look of the writing thanks as well as the big printing. So you don't have to have it be two different words. I mean, you totally can. But I loved the two thanks. It was like doubly thanks, right? All right. So rub that. Okay, so this one is going to go with this paper. Okay, so we'll set those aside. Then I also have, let's see, I did a thanks, and let's do thanks friend. All right, so we have our thanks. I'm gonna wash it. Oh. Actually, I probably didn't have to wash that one. I needed to wash my friend. That's okay. That's okay. All right, it'll dry. All right, I want to wash my thanks, or my friend. Now, I usually don't use baby wipes. I'm not a big fan of the baby wipes because we have the chamois that works, but my chamois would be getting really dirty for the video because I'm keeping washing and washing and washing. So I am just using baby wipes for the video. All right. Then we rub it. All right, what else? Then I also wanted to grab this DSP. So I have all these little pieces of DSP laying around. All right, so what I did was I just kind of went through the catalog and I saw the colors of the DSP that would go with the colors I had for today's video, just so I was not washing and cleaning for the video, because you're basically getting the idea of what I'm doing. All right, so we're gonna put one more piece on here. And this time we're doing thanks. And we're gonna do thanks friend. And I'm going to do Poppy Parade for friend. And I'm going to do that one more time. That's what's so great about the Stamparatus. You can get it extra dark if you want it. And sometimes when you're coloring with open line, it comes in super handy for that. Sometimes you want it to be extra dark. All right, so then I'm going to spin it. So I have my friend already in place. Then I'm going to grab my Poppy Parade. So it's like a accident waiting to happen. I have white pants on and I have all these ink pads open. Okay, so we have friend with Poppy Parade. And I usually don't have white clothes, but I got some white clothes for Hawaii. And now I'm like, well, I'm home. I might as well still wear them. And I do kind of like them. All right. But I do have to not wipe my hands on my pants. All right. So there we have thanks, friend. All right. So that's the last one. And then let's get the cardstock that this one's going to go with. And this one's going to go with this cardstock, which is the Hostess one. So let me put these aside. Let me get the jig and the ink pads gone. And we will finish these cute, cute cards with some fun ribbon. Oh, look at, I got ink on that. All right, so let's see here. I'm gonna put this away and I will wash that later. All right. Close the pads, Diana. Gosh, there's like 4 of them open. Hey, Carol. All right. So let's put our cards together. Let's make sure my hands are not dirty. So I'm going to scoot down just a little bit. Let me get my hands wiped. Wouldn't that be something? You get these cards all the way done. And then your dirty hands get the cards dirty. Okay. Now, that wasn't too good, but I touched my pants. Okay. After I said I wasn't going to touch my pants, I did. I'm like a child. All right. So I just used basic white thick for my card base because, like I said, Donna's card was a note card, and they come with the envelopes. They're already cut and scored. I wanted to make mine a full-size card. So these are just basic white thick. All right, so we have our 3 card bases ready. So I have more to go after the video's over because it is so, so cute. I have more cardstock cut. All right, let me make sure I picked a different, I want to do this one. All right, so let's start putting our cards together. Now I did cut this a little bit bigger. I cut it 6 by 2 because it's 12 by 12 paper, and it just makes me able to line it up better. So it is kind of wasting. Plus, when I had my DSP share, I had one that I had cut that was left over. So I just grabbed all my 6 by 6s. So they were all ready to go. Then I just had to cut them by 2. So I got 3 cards per one piece of the 6 by 6 little DSP share. So that's another reason why they're at the 6. All right. Plus, it just makes it so much easier to get it straight. All right. Then I just trim my sides. Easy peasy. So this would be a great Christmas card too, right? You want quick cards if you're going to do multiples for Christmas. Now, speaking of Christmas, I still have room in my Christmas class, and that's the Evergreen Elegance. So you want to make sure you sign up for that before the 15th. All right, so this is the You're a Peach DSP. So fun. And then I also chose the same DSP that Donna did, which is the hand penned. So basically I'm doing these like an assembly line. So now I have, this is the hand penned. So the same thing, put that on the bottom. So again, this was just 2 inches. And this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. So I'm not wasting tons. And you didn't have to cut it at the 6. I'm just saying that's why. Mine's a little longer. All right. So then we're going to tie some ribbon. So I don't know if I think I've showed this before. This is like an old thing you would have. I don't know if it's a message holder or a receipt holder or what it is, but I have a few of these I've picked up whenever I was antiquing. And this is what I do if I'm going to be cutting ribbon for events or classes. So I have my thing sitting, and then I put my ribbon on it, and then it just like spins off of there, and I'm not going to be a big old mess. So it's just sitting there off camera. So anyways, so if you have one of those, definitely make sure you use it. All right, so then I'm just going to loop, do the loop little thing. So I'll pull that a little bit longer. So I just went around twice because that's what Donna did. And then what I want to do is I want to get this taut. Get this tight. Now you can use, we sell to hold this just so it's not like going Scotch tape, because it's easy for me to tear off thing with one hand. Now if I could find a tear tape dispenser, then I would just use the tear tape. But anyways, all right, so then I'm going to do the tie. So I do the one loop, then I do the second loop, and that just helps hold my thread in place. Then I'm just tying it in a bow, then pull, pull, pull. So there's the one, and then that will go on the card. So we're going to set that one aside. Remember, we're doing assembly line. So this is how you can do your cards a little faster. Okay, so now I'm going to switch out my twine with the white baker's twine. Same thing. I have the long whatever of it, and then I'm just going to go loop. Let me scoot up. I'm always like, am I too low? Am I too high? Then I go like that. Now we've got white. And I gotta say, I love the white on there. It just looks so clean and crisp. So the same thing, I'm holding these taut. And I'm flipping that over. And then I'm just gonna take some Scotch tape. And this just helps hold it in place while I tie it. All right, then do that same thing I did before. 1 and 2 and tie in a bow. So now we have our cute, this one, and I will trim the tails in a minute. All right, now this one, I wanted to use something a little bit different, and now I'm going to use the Bumblebee gingham. Now this one, I'm going to put the ribbon on a little bit differently. So this is what I like to call like a cheater bow or a cheater tie, like a fake bow. So I'm just cutting my ribbon about this long. Then I'm going to take my glue dots. I'm going to put one on each end of the ribbon. Pull that off there. And now I'm going to lay this on here. And then that glue dot sticks that to the back. And I'm going to do the same to the other side. Now, if you think people are going to mess with it or tug on it or, you know, whatever at the post office, you can still put a little bit of Scotch tape on the back if you want. It's just going to doubly secure it. Now, this time, I'm going to glue it to the card before I put, because I'm going to wrap the other one around here, and that will pull on it a little bit. So I want to keep this to be not be able to be bent. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the card. So all of these are put on the card with dimensionals. So it pops off the page because I'm using basic white right on top of basic white. So by using the dimensionals, it will have almost like a shadow just from that extra little bit of layer. So by putting the dimensionals, it makes that shadow even more pronounced because this paper is higher up. So see how it's the same color, but you know, the way the light hits it, it's making a shadow here. So it makes you notice that there's another piece of paper there. Okay, so then I'm just going to take my gingham. It's still attached. It's still attached to the, whatchamacallit, the spool. And I'm going to tie. Now this time I'm just going to do a knot. I'm not going to do a bow. It's a little bit different ribbon. Now what's fun about doing this cheater bow or the fake bow, whatever you want to call it, you can move this around. So if you want it down here, You just pull it along itself. Now you could never pull that bow if you tied it the regular way. But this also makes this ribbon really taut, really tight. It looks like you wrapped it around and tied it, but you didn't. All right, I don't know if it saves ribbon or not, but it saves frustration. Okay, so here's that one. Let me finish the other ones because I'm also going to put them on with dimensionals too. But these are so super fun and so easy. So stinking easy. And you gotta love easy. Like, especially if you're making thank you cards, wedding cards, Christmas cards, whatever. If you have to make a bunch of cards up, this is a perfect little pattern. And it uses just a little bit of DSP. So your DSP goes far, right? So if you did my paper share and you got the DSPs, you can do quite a few. If you did this card, you could do quite a few of these cards. And you would be all different kinds. All right, stick that on there. I'll trim my tail a little bit. But I must say, I really kind of like the white. I mean, I like them all. And then I'll show you the ones I did earlier. I think they may be a tad different. We'll see. All right, so let's see. Dimensionals, look at that. This is what I want to see. Your dimensional. When you're done with your dimensionals, this is all you should have. Just that piece of wax paper or whatever it is. All right. So there's them. And peel those off. I'm going to trim these because I'm afraid this is going to get stuck underneath there. And I have not done anything on the inside. Usually I put another layer on the inside. But these are just going to be note cards. These will probably go out for thank you cards for orders, club cards, things like that. And usually when I send like the thank you cards for orders or club, I don't put anything on the inside so the card can be used later. I put a post-it note in there so they know like thank you for your order and all that kind of stuff. But I usually keep them empty so that the person, you know, can use the card. All right, so here's that one. Let's see how many different ones I did. So here's this one with so this is You're a Peach paper. Where's the other You're a Peach? Look how cute this one is. So this is the same You're a Peach. Let me scoot up a little bit. I have like everything on the desk. All right, I keep thinking I should go work on my big table, but the lighting isn't good over there. So, all right, so make sure you can see. So this is the You're a Peach. So this is using some of the different one. And it just says thanks with the 2 thanks. I love that. I'm glad you like that, Rhonda. And then, so here's some more of the You're a Peach. Here is the pattern party. So this is the hostess DSP. So there's hello friend. So that used the blue. Hello friend with the red. And thanks friend. Now this one, I used the twine with it. So it changes it just a little bit. Depends on what you like. And then these 2 use the hand-penned DSP. And I got to tell you, our DSP this year, I mean, we've always had beautiful DSP, but I don't know. We have just knocked it out of the park this year with our DSP, I think. So, but anyways, so those are the fun as my phone is like, as I get the gooseneck thing out of my face. So I have more pieces to cut, but I don't think I changed. I think I picked them the same, but I am going to make more with other DSP because then I can change my ink colors, you know, and not have to be cleaning them, and hence the dirty fingers. So, but hopefully you'll give that a shot. It's a super fun layout, Donna. I love the card, and you can see, I should have showed you in the thing. So here is a difference in sizes. Can you see that? So here's the note card, And then this is the regular size. So not much different. I mean, I kept, you know, she did 2 inches too, and I kept that the same. But if you want to do with the note cards, you totally could. Hi, Lily. I'm glad you like that. Oh yes, the Stamparatus is a must. And what I did was I just got my placement with other pieces of paper. So before I, you know, put that piece of paper on there, I just, you know, stuck a piece of paper in the corner and got my things lined up. And then I also played with my colors, hence again, the dirty fingernails, or the dirty fingers. So these are just some of the colors, and I just kept turning it, right? This was a color I was like, no, didn't like that one. And I thought I would, but I didn't. So definitely just play with your paper first. And I could also use this, right? Just to get the placement, but, because then once you've got the, where you want it, boom, boom, boom. Like you're done in like no time. Because I did 3 cards there pretty quick, right? I mean, if I wasn't blabbing, I would have got 6 done. All right, so very good. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. If you are new and you're still here watching, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit the subscribe. I love thumbs ups as well. Even if they're yellow, dirty thumbs, I still love thumbs up. But and if you want me to show anything, always let me know, okay? And I will see you Friday, but we'll be over in the Facebook group. I might have to do it through Zoom, but you know, it is what it is. And that will be 2 o'clock Friday in the Facebook group, and it will be the Dies Shorts. All right? So have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you Friday. All right. Bye, everybody.